So, reward, reward, reward. Reward is based upon you knowing where the car is, knowing where you are. But knowing where you are is decay in relation to the DM35 because impacting the maximum number of your mythology will be equalizing in yourself. But if you cannot problem solve the matter based upon Calozino, you have no instrument based upon your incay. Mathematically, the understanding of your knowing where to go is that, in fact, by Jane B. And Jane B is that is a shade of the siphon based upon your venom. But be aware of the snake of a tree, because if there is one, you'll be poisoned in relation to your knowing not to know. In fact, the more you can figure out based upon your intuition of the venom, see, your blood vein will be vocated in relation to the stacks of the volume. Mathematically, the understanding of this fairy floss is that you have not guarded the next development of the fifth employment based upon being approved on. No, on board. Being, knowing what to know based upon your. The third development of the technology has a data array based upon the intuition of your guardianship. But I have poisoned my blood. See? Venom. As Eve. But if there is one, vicious, isn't it? But I love it. So, since you want to love me, being a husband because I'm sweet, honest, and trustworthy, will you know what not to know what this villainy is? Oh. This is just a copy of the latest video claim. The latest video claim. Gotcha. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my acting career, because nationally the understanding of life is that based upon the intuition of Calozino, the physically understanding of the venom or venom is a pointer in this way. See, if you can product the service in relation to Mentone Aquarium, but the snake, you can also share into a certain amount of proto. A certain amount of proto is based upon your way. But in that way, once you equalize the position of a timer, you do not know what this string of the venom is. Because the string of the venom is that once you have been poisoned in the raw, yes, that's what you call it, by rebel, you are what you are. No, you are what you need to know. But in fact, the more that you need to know is that rubies will be poisoned into this focal by my mother to indicate my sister. Legally, the understanding of life is that once you are on yourself to grind the venom, is that Eve will be so popular in relation to the Albert Einstein. But Eve, Albert Einstein has passed in the what century? But the compacting of this gem is an equation of sharing our third relationship in relation to the third and the fifth hierarchy by the posture. To know what the posture is in relation to the refusion of a love joy. Love joy. Love joy is just one of the most undamaged heart in our family and to our far, because in our family we need to share the correction of the products. Really. But the harder it gets, the more I love to have a romantic bedroom. Really? No. It's just I don't know what to do in relation to the real true base love. Your conversion has been inking into the Vatican to get drunk and enjoy Christmas. But over time, you know what this venom is in relation to Eden, no, to a beautiful stock market by Albert Einstein, to indicate what you know, not to release the pressure of the infusion of Pokechop and to indicate your next anime. But the next anime is that physically the understanding of the venom is that you have not developed the technical support in relation to development of the third party anana, and also to and from inking into the P531264128449 and 31264829412841642841. Variously, the understanding of a tribe is that you have not reward this inferno, because when you have not reward this inferno, the third party is that you are distracting the vocation. Really, vocation locally. You know I'm a size queen, but when you love me for knowing that I am size queen based upon belly button and emphasizing the next button cheeks, you are Beyonce in relation to your third way, and to technically support your grid in relation to understanding the space of love. The space of love is that by artistically, once you have provision a claim, you have indicated that the snake on the tree has illuminated into this ninth dimension. Artistically, the ninth dimension is that once we have a position of this venom, do you enjoy loving me for a space out? What does that mean, Calosino? A space out means that thinking of knowing what not to function the thoughts, we are not equalizing in that God of a handshake to share peer to peer and to implement the So, as a matter of fact, LJ Hooker, sharing your lease agreement is that you need to know what this sharpa is. Sharpa? Or inking is inking? Or thoughts through your way, going to know what love is, impacting into the artistry. Is that a try in relation to you knowing how to make a movie? Directing into the production of your true base throughout, going to undo yourself? Oh. Physically, the understanding of the third party by ensuring that you are needed in relation to impacting your own way, we are not equalizing this loop. But in so, how can we share the Gurmam? Do you know who he is? He's in the fifth economy by formulating into Papa to share PM5 and PM6 reverse the Democrat into inking 2836 and 2841, indexing 3453 and 3456, indexing 2541 and 2362. Understand this venom by Vocalo. Vocalo is that if there is a snake that is saved by you or poison, you can't testify whether a range of the oil to consumption where this will be. But in time, once there is one, we are not onking into the Democrats of our civil rights in relation to your ambition. Simple, isn't it? But size matter. Queen size bed, single size bed, docking into a love of a queen size. Oh, is that vocabulary or thoughts? What? May you have a thoughts in relation of thinking about me, but when you're thinking about me, do you get a hard on? Oh. The inking system of a small PP is that you are not in the gay world. But since you are not in the gay world, you are not aligning yourself into understanding of a loose ass, because I'm a virgin. But in fact, the more you can't annihilate the lease agreement by forming into this venom, we are supplying into the vocabulary of the fifth religion and to impact into the Democrats to share yourself in relation to the walk and to indicate the banana by Blur. In case we do not know where it goes, is that our tunnel will be sharing into the next PG5. The next PG5 is an antenna by the third antenna by winking itself into the gargoyle to indicate where Optus will work in relation to the third and the fifth soul trader to ink into bash out by blinking LD5 and blinking LD3 and blinking LD2 indicating the Ethernet. But so in relation to the Ethernet, the network of the aura will position ourselves into the vocabulary, and also the confunction of the vocabulary is that we cannot work together. Strange. And what does that mean? See? It means that each LED may or may not impact itself into a wiki to compress the lovable handle. So, have a guess, is that how a snake blink? What? The snake blink? I don't know. But when a snake blink, vegetarian and blue, is that like a poison? So, is that the way I act in relation to quiz show? But vocabulary is the impacting degree of the grammar, also to the English cool. Poison, poison, poison. I've been vocated into the third-party insurance policy because I've been poisoned. But in relation to this poison, our intuition of the third economy has stated that we have not been rewarded in relation to our rework, maturity, and owing. Owing? What does owing mean? Would you like me to tell you a simple thing, Carlosina? Owing. Owing? I don't know. But within our thoughts, owing is that you have not stated that we are positioning into this way, and poisonally if we have a beautiful girlfriend that we like to have sex with, we're indicating how passionate it may be. But in time, the body figure of passionate it will be, flying through the wall of fire, is the impacting degree to know your true self. And when you know your true self, Beyonce, you are sorry you are kunkunung in relation to a soul trader by inking into the. But in soul, once it has been non-conversion in relation to your ancestors, we are not here in relation to the third moon to indicate the artificial intelligence. And the artificial intelligence is this one, robotically. And in time, when it is robotically, the understanding of the enemy is that we will not be rewarded in relation to a hellholder. But in time, once we share the reserve bank into the stock market by its frequency, it is the atahu. Particularly, the understanding of the vocabulary is that once we face the time lapping by clinking into a blicker, is that we will get a reward in relation to our ancestors. As the article, so in time, when you get a reward from the article, she will predict your death like so. But in fact, when she does that, will your body figure be concluded in relation to a scheme, to a holding the next husband? But in that way, I love sex. And since I love sex, will you be in me? What does that mean? It means I've got to lose ass. Interesting. But being like that, are you sharing into its sizes to indicate the MAC condition of LJ Hooker and to impact the horny toad? And in so, burning the material of the anana is that the realm of knowing how to share. See, you are not being articles say presumption. It's called for Eve. In time, we know that sex availability is the impacting of the metroid. And so, being infusion of the knowing what thought through, no, doesn't make sense. But Carlo Zeno, thought through is the hatha we get. But the hatha we get is that, look at this. It's a signal but alien. And in so, through sharing our way in, it is the impacting of the middleroid. And also, but the teleship. The teleship is one of the most undamaged grid system in this galaxy. But in time, once we know how to love me, it's a lie. See? A lie. But sharing the lie, is it true? No. I'm not in love, I can't forgive you, but sharing your way is so. Alicia Keys is a chorus for you. See? But understanding of the knowing how to share a true base beyond say, but the belly button is an impacting degree of the ananol. And in relation to the impacting degree of the ananol, that we are pathing togetherness in relation to a true base storm. And when in that storm, being gay, I'm free. You never love me. You never know. You never know love way. You never know love me. You never know. Autocally, no. Knowing to love is that you buy your time. But in fact, you cannot grind in relation to your position of the ninth dimension. But knowing how to function, particularly, I'm lazy in bed, but being lazy in bed, moaning, based upon my sensation. You'll be rewarded by a white sperm, but particularly you will share into my laser. Once again, is the snake blinking? And size matters? Which one? So, in Seoul, I love Aussies. I'm still looking, but in fact, I love me. Loving me is knowing thoughts of knowing thoughts, and in soul of knowing thoughts is a knowing thoughts, and in soul we are knowing thoughts of knowing thoughts, and in soul we are indexing knowing thoughts to knowing thoughts. But knowing thoughts and knowing thoughts is that we have not been in relation to a true base love, but in caking the true base love, we are inking into a so knowing what to know is a palakasum. If you are my real husband, that is the true soul done